So for the past couple of years, smartphones have been getting bigger, faster, stronger. Well, I think one of the oncoming trends is cheaper, smaller, kind of okay. Anyways, today we're going to look at the BlackBerry Q5, which might be a harbinger of this trend. This is basically this mid-range product after the Z10 and the Q10 that are already out there. Honestly, this is probably their phone for emerging markets, where BlackBerry is still very, very big. It feels a little bit plasticky. It almost looks like an iPod Classic, and it still has that keyboard that they are known for. So Steve, is this the phone that's going to actually get them going again?
Well, no. I feel bad for RIM. They've made some really stupid mistakes. They didn't jump in the smartphone market soon enough. They're way, way too far behind the curve. No pun intended if you're a BlackBerry fan. I actually like this device. I mean, the Q10 is obviously the higher end unit, analogous to the BlackBerry Curve, whereas the Q10 is more like BlackBerry Bold, the higher end device. I like this. I like it's smaller, it's lighter. I don't need some of the bells and whistles that come on the Q10. I mean, this is missing like the mini HDMI port, something I would never ever use. The camera has slightly less resolution, but you know what? All in all, this is a great little BlackBerry. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. There's no reason even to have these discussions. It's too late.
Judging it on its merits, I actually find that this phone...
Wait, we're going to do a review on its merits?
Come on. I actually find this to be very comfortable in the hand. It's a very, very light phone. I didn't mind the keyboard, but it does feel to me a little cheaper and not as good as the Q10s. It has
But it's
more...
a keyboard. You can type on it.
It has a keyboard, and
I
that is the selling point. I think the first thing I'm going to be impressed by with is how light it is, but it feels like a hunk of plastic.
The Q5 is $400 to buy outright, so it's cheaper than the Z10 and cheaper than the Q10. I think this will be their emerging markets phone in a couple years. The BlackBerry 10 software is super slick, but then when you look at something like BlackBerry Maps versus Google Maps, it feels like you've gone back a decade. I mean, they're just not at the same level as Apple and Google are with their apps.
Yeah, this is the third one of the BB10 phones that we've looked at. So the rundown is amazingly fast browser, much better multimedia capabilities than before. The messaging is really, really quite good. It's all sort of in one hub. That's great. But again, it's still super behind on the app.
Quality-wise, Q10 is a little bit better. I would happily use the Q5 if I was still a BlackBerry guy, but even that keyboard, even the draw of that keyboard, as strong as it is, would never draw me back. In the meantime, if you're a BlackBerry guy, the Q5 is worth a look. What are you going to score it?
I'm going to give the Q5 a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm still there with you, 7.5 for the BlackBerry Q5.